together? How would you describe the line?
You know, they're a good group, man. They're a good group O-line, man. They take care of business up front. They all do, man. They're serious about what they do, and man, I think I'm just excited to run behind them Saturday.
Did you see growth at that offensive line throughout camp? Like, did you notice them getting better? Was it easier for you to run the longer camp went on?
Sure, I ain't gonna lie. As soon as I got back, them boys was taking care of business, man. I ain't gonna lie, yeah. As soon as I got back, they was already taking care of business. I just think during the offseason, they built that bond. They put in a lot of work together behind the scenes during the offseason. And so, like, once it came fall camp time, like, them boys was ready to go.
So Coach Day obviously doesn't want to tell the media about injuries because that would alert the opponent about injuries. How frustrating is it for you, though? Like, you're dealing with an injury. You don't want to let the opponent know. But then fans don't know what's going on. Like, last year, you're dealing with a broken foot. Nobody knew that.
Yeah.
How frustrating is that for you, Trey?
It was kind of frustrating for me last year just because that's a good question. Yeah, it was just kind of frustrating for me last year. I just went through a lot of emotions and just trying to go out there and it was just rumors going, he's going through this again. He's going through this. He's going through this. When I was really just dealing with one injury this whole time. And so it was just frustrating. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Like, that's just how it is. Like, people just look from the outside in. They don't know what's going on. So it just is what it is.
It's got to be tempting to be like, guys, I've got a broken foot. But you can't say that because you don't want, like, your opponents to know that.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, like I said, man, it is what it is. Now that I've grown, like, I kind of understand why they do what they do. So I'm able to understand that now that I've grown and matured. But at the time, like, I didn't understand. I'm just going through this injury. I'm going through so much emotion. Like, it's just.
People are like, is he soft or whatever? You're like, no.
I'm far from soft. I can tell you that for sure.
So
if I was soft, I wouldn't have played
exactly
the games I played in.
So how did going through all that, just from a mental perspective, how did that change you? How did it make you better?
Shoot. Made me better from a mental perspective is just when I started getting into my faith. That's what really helped my mental and just helped me become a better version of myself. You know. So.
What's the one thing that's most improved for you as a running back since you've got it?
I feel like a lot of things is most improved for me. I feel like where I'm at now is where I'm most comfortable. Where I'm at now. I'm just glad I've been through what I've been through because it made me I feel like it made me the person I am today. It made me the running back I am today. So I'm just glad I've been through what I've been through. Like I said, this is probably one of the hardest I've ever worked this year. You know, I just got to stay consistent, keep going, and just stacking days each and every day. Each and every day is going to be a battle.
Yeah, I mean, the athleticism, we've seen that at this point. I think everybody knows you as a home run hitter. Has maybe your understanding of, you know, reading holes, is like the mental part of being a running back, maybe where you at with that developed?
Yeah, I feel like that just comes with practice and preparation. If you don't practice, I mean, you're definitely not going to know what I'm doing. I feel like last year I didn't have that practice. I didn't have that preparation I needed to be able to actually go out there and do what I do. So each and every time I went out there, it was just like, I'm trying to be TreVeyon Henderson again. I'm trying to go hit that home run. So, but I practiced probably about once. I probably got through like one practice a week in the games I played in last year once I got injured. So I never really had that practice and preparation. And going in, I just wasn't confident. And if I wasn't confident in what I was doing, you don't want to go into a football game and you're just thinking, you got so much on your mind, you're not confident. You want to do that. So I understand. Just going through last year, I was able to understand the importance of practice and preparation. So every chance I get, every rep I get, I just try to give it my all, and I just try to focus on winning each rep and treating each rep like a game. Now, I've always been, but just last year I wasn't able to because of what I was dealing with.
That I'm trying to be TreVeyon Henderson on every single play. You're trying to hit the home run on every single play. And I mean, you got here in high school, you were hitting the home run on every single play, and it was kind of easy for a while there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that you have to be okay with taking 5 yards, but have you learned a little bit of level of patience and not feeling like every time I touch the ball has to be 50 yards?
Yeah, no, I definitely, you learn that as a running back, and I felt like I always knew that. It was just like so much pressure. Just after that injury, I felt like before my injury, like I was doing real good, and then after that injury, you know, it was just I just felt like so much pressure just from like my teammates, my coaches, just like, dang, like, all right, I'm going, like I gotta go. So, and I just felt that pressure, man. It kind of just messed me up in those in certain games where I just should have stayed. Well, first of all, I should have. If I didn't practice, I should never played. But yeah, I just let the pressure get to me a lot last season. But I just it's so much I learned from last season. I'm just focused on this season. I'm ready for Indiana. Focus on this season.
Trey,
That's a great question. though.
Last two questions.
Asked Coach Day about this yesterday, and just want your perspective. You know, 2 years ago you opened Minnesota. It's a big
Yeah.
game, right? Last year you opened Notre Dame. It's a really big game.
Yeah.
You got a chance to play a conference opponent right out of the gate. Are you like actively thinking about some of the things you learned about playing a big game? You know, not against a smaller school. It's a Power 5 conference opponent.
Yeah.
Thinking about any of the things that you learned the last couple of years as you prep for this week?
No, every week I try to prep the same. I try to treat it as every game is an important game. Here at Ohio State, we can't lose any games. So every game, man, you got to bring your A game. So I just try to just prep every week the same, treat every week the same, man, and just work hard and each and every rep, like take advantage of every rep because you never know when that rep is going to come up in the game. So man, every rep I try to treat it like a game rep.
TreVeyon, I've been
Last
telling
question.
everybody what stands out the few times I've seen you is you've got your wiggle back. That's the euphemism, you know what I mean? Do you feel that way too? I mean, compared to the way you had to come on and off the field last year and stuff, and finally the surgery, do you feel like you've got your wiggle back?
Sure, we'll see Saturday.
Yeah. That's it.
We'll see
Very good.
Saturday.
Thank you.
Appreciate